Hey everybody, it's Trendy Unicorn. So I know that it's a struggle to go into a place like Oasis if you don't know anybody, especially as a single guy, right? You're like the lowest of the food chain at the sex club. Unfortunately, it's just the nature of the type of club it is. But I feel for you, and it is a really nerve-wracking experience. And if you are trying to like break in to have conversations with strangers, it's intimidating. You're gonna face some rejection. It's really hard to take sometimes, but you can also just brush it off, right? People are there for their own specific purposes, and sometimes you just don't play into what they're looking for, and that's okay. But there is one topic that is usually always a good bet if you want to kind of get yourself into a conversation with somebody. And it's easy to remember. It is the number one favorite topic that people have usually, and I believe I learned this in my psychology studies. But the favorite topic that people have is to talk about themselves. People like to talk about themselves. I don't know if it means everybody, maybe not all the introverted people, but in general, if you're trying to socialize with people you don't know, don't go and like bombard your energy into people and be like, I'm so-and-so, I do this for a living, I have these fantasies. You're pushing your energy on people who haven't accepted it yet. But what you could do is like overhear, eavesdrop a little bit into interesting conversations, and pipe in with a question, a provocative question, not a boring question, not a what's your race, where are you from? Those things are boring. To me, they're boring. To a lot of people, they're boring. But questions like what brought you into the lifestyle, and what is the biggest fantasy you fulfilled since you've started, or how many times have you come to the club is always a very common question I hear, because their answer is going to spark conversation. Because if it's the first time, that's interesting because it's the first time. If it's not the first time, that's interesting because that's not the first time. So you are going to get it like an answer that you can feed off of. So asking somebody how long they've been in the lifestyle, or like what is the most exciting thing they've gotten out of the lifestyle, or even better, people like to teach. People who have learned lessons in life like to share those lessons. A question that you could pose to somebody is, you know, what advice would you give a first timer? You know, so that they don't have to make all the same mistakes, and just see what they come up with, you know? And that's just a good way to have conversation. The most important thing when going to a sex club is to not expect to lead with your dick in a certain way. In some nights, maybe. But most people want to be spoken to up here before they're spoken to down here, you know? And I don't think there's a lot of pressure for guys to, like, I remember I had this question once on my video that said, well, what if I don't have like a big, nice dick? Like if I'm standing in a line with other guys and they have nicer dicks, like I'm not going to have a chance. And I thought the question was so fascinating, because it isn't like that really. People don't stand with their dicks out looking to be judged. It's really more people are wearing towels, or some people are naked, but yeah, there's some judgment maybe played if the dick is visible, but if it's not, people still hook up and then just like, surprise, this is what my dick looks like upstairs. So it is more of a, like, you connect with people and then like you go upstairs and like hang out, you know? So that's my tip. It is the number one favorite topic that people have, is to talk about themselves. Just make sure it's not boring. Just make sure it's not a stupid question that people have had to answer a million times. Like how do you spell your name? Things like that are not always fun, even if people put a smile on their face when they explain it. So maybe something provocative, something about the lifestyle. Try not to pry. Like you might want to be like, have you had anal sex? Like you might just want to be like, you know, what are you looking for in the lifestyle? And just see what they say. So this is my tips. I'm a little bit of a social butterfly, so I know that it comes a little easier to me to mingle around the club. But to be honest, I've had my nights where I'm deathly shy. I can't look up. I can't make eye contact because I'm afraid I'm going to activate somebody's like coming at me to like hit on me, because I don't want to feel like I'm in a meat market. I want to feel like I'm making a friend, and then maybe like I'll get like a little bit of like an exciting crush on him for the night, you know? But I know some people are not looking for the connection like I am either. So anyways, that's my tidbit. Good luck if you come to Oasis. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know how your time goes. If you have any tips for other first timers to be successful socializing at a sex club for the first time, leave a comment below. Share your wisdom. Also, make sure you check out my website, TryingUnicorn.com. I am officially selling merch now. I literally have like t-shirts, hats, like boxer shorts, like so many awesome things are coming. I also have like my journals up there. I used to express myself through the writing instead of videos. And so you can kind of take a glimpse into the journey I had before I came onto YouTube. And it's interesting. It's all documented. So I hope you check it out, TryingUnicorn.com. It's in my bios. It's in my video descriptions. Thank you, everybody.